I've heard a lot about super fakes recently. It's all over my YouTube, and apparently for $300 you can get the exact replica of an 8,000, 9,000 and plus designer bag. It's even told that the factories that make those bags actually source their materials from the same place as the designer brands and hire the same people as the ones working for the brands. The replicas would be so good that even experts cannot tell them apart from the real ones. I have done my little research and I have figured out that there are different grades of replicas and that the best quality replicas are called lushentic. So I have bought the exact copy of a real bag I recently bought from a website called Lushentic Bags, where apparently they sell lushentic replicas. I want to see if the replica, the lushentic grade replica, is indeed as good as the real one, or if you really need to spend the couple of thousands of euros or dollars on a real bag if you really want to have the real deal and the real experience. I have ordered both bags, the real and the fake, online, so I have the exact same thing to compare, the exact same experience, and I'm going to be comparing the customer experience, the unboxing, the quality of the box, the ribbon, the quality of the dust bag, and the bags themselves. This is the fake one. This is the real one. You can see already that the boxes are a little bit different. In terms of customer experience, you'll be surprised, but the customer experience of the fake bag was actually really pleasant. They had made a really nice website. They had probably stolen the pictures. It was really smooth. It was wide, beautiful. The pictures were gorgeous. So it didn't make you feel as the customer that you were doing something shady or illegal. I had my personal assistant with whom I was talking on WhatsApp, who was telling me where the bag was at, who even sent me a video of the bag when they received it. The first bag actually that they got for me, the fake one, had a little glue problem, so she told me that she was asking for, she or they, I don't know, actually they were asking for another one. And so from the moment that they received a bag that was completely flawless, then they sent me a video of the bag for my approval before packing it and sending it. When it comes to the real bag, I simply went on the Saint Laurent website. I literally put the bag in my basket, paid with my credit card, and it was done basically. And I received an email. It was completely seamless. I didn't have to talk to anyone. For this one, the payment felt a little bit shadier because I had to do a wire transfer to a bank account with the name of a weird dude. So that felt weird. The bag came really quickly in both cases. I think it took a week for the fake bag to come all the way from China. And this one arrived overnight, all the way from Italy. Surprisingly, this one was way better packed, like way better. The cardboard was covered in tape, like completely covered in tape. Whereas this one was just cardboard with cardboard type tape, and actually the box arrived really damaged. I really felt that the shady company that sells the fake ones put a lot of attention and care into making sure that the package was perfect. They even had little plastic caps on every corner of this fake Saint Laurent box to be sure that the corners wouldn't get damaged. At the contrary, for the real one, the box was just moving inside of the cardboard box, and you can see that it actually arrived really damaged. Oh my god. I have a whole unboxing video of the real one where I'm really shocked that you can watch afterwards. So the boxes, you can see already, are quite different. The real one is smaller than the fake one, and the fake one has this weird sort of handle situation going on here. The ribbons for the boxes are actually quite different. The real one feels much more rough and has much more texture, whereas the fake one is, I think, real fibers. I think it's just cotton. And whereas this one has a bit more of a plasticky feel. They feel very different, and they're also not the same width. The opening is very similar. It's just that the fake one has this like weird handle situation going on, and this one is just a magnet. Up, So the fake one came with a fake purchase proof, a fake label, even a fake ticket, which is really creepy, saying that I bought the bag in Hong Kong, which I totally didn't, like not in person at least, and like proof of payment and everything, so that's like really weird. And fake authenticity cards right here, and even like a label if I wanted to like put a fake price, or I don't know. The real one came with return papers and like a thank you card, and the authenticity card is in the pochette, in the little clutch inside. Now, dust bags. Fake dust bag, real dust bag. So not the exact same shape, as you can see, but once again, if you don't have them side by side, you can't really know. And here is the texture of the fake dust bag, which is in some sort of cotton, a bit with a mix of artificial fibers, I would say. And the real one, much shinier, with more artificial fibers, I think, but with a shinier look. And here you can see both logos that look a little bit different. And now let's move to the best part. Here are the two bags, the fake and the real. Quite a lot of differences when you compare them next to each other. But once again, when I had only this one in my hands, I was really impressed. Just to give you an idea, like for context, because I told you that there are grades of replicas. I bought like a couple of months ago a cheap, shitty replica. Just let me show you how it's like. This one is the cheap ass replica, which actually even broke here. And you can see that it's really plastic, actually. It's very light, it looks very cheap. Like they did a good job with the proportions, but it's actually really, like, really not good. You can see already that the fake one doesn't have the exact same dimension, although very close to the real one. The leather is quite different. So you can see here on the fake one, the leather is quite flat, doesn't have a lot of grain, whereas the real one has much more grain to it. So that's the first thing that's really telling. This one smells much more like leather than this one, even though this one does. And the grain of the leather on this one looks much more expensive. Now, if you compare these two little details, you can see that the fake one is slightly smaller than the real one. The logo as well looks quite different. You can see that they are not placed the same way and they don't have the same size. So now let's compare the two little clutches that come with the bag. So as you can see on the fake one, the clutch is more squared than on the real one. And this one also feels much cheaper, much lighter. The leather is not as dense. This one feels really nice and really expensive. The inside of the bag also looks and feels quite different. So this is the inside of the fake one, and this is the inside of the real one. The leather of the real one feels much more rough than the leather of the fake one. And inside each bag we have the authentication number. We have a real one that looks really good in the real bag, and we have a fake one that looks a bit more fake in the fake bag. I'm really curious to know what you think. I spent $400 for this one and $1,300 for this one. They do still look really similar, and from my perspective, before I saw the real one, I was really fooled by the fake one. So obviously there are some ethical considerations to take into account when making such a decision, because getting a fake bag is promoting and supporting an illegal activity. Obviously, when getting a fake bag, you are giving your money to places that don't do good things. And when you're choosing to give your money, much more money, to companies like Saint Laurent, you're choosing to support a huge multi-billion-dollar business that makes a lot of money on very good marketing, because the quality of the product is obviously top-notch, but at some point, you know, a leather bag, a great leather bag is a great leather bag. It's not worth $1,300, but you're choosing to, with your money, to support something that's real and a brand that has been around for quite some time. I'll be doing this again. If you're interested in those kind of comparisons, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. And thank you for spending this time with me, and I hope to see you soon. À bientôt!